Hello guys, so welcome to today's show. My name is CHUKS and you're on JFL TV, the home of football. So if today is the first time we see our program for you to bring you the latest Arsenal news updates as they drop all over the world. So for now, I'm gonna start with today's morning show. So based on say Trossard don't play 100 Premier League games. So as they celebrate them, so you're gonna do like an interview session, or rather you can say a press conference. So they're going to ask them some questions. So it is put out on the Arsenal website. So Trossard, I think it's a press conference. Trossard on the mindset and loving life at Arsenal. So Trossard said a whole lot. Now, part of the thing when talk, I can't pick one thing. He said we are on the right track to achieve what we want to achieve, to go where we go. He said, I'm just happy with my contributions at the moment. I think I'm in a good moment. Everything is going well. So I hope I can continue my form and also the form of the team. I think the last couple of years we've been challenging for the title as well, and we all have the same mindset this season. We want to win, and we know how hard it is, but I think we are on the right track. There's still a long way to go, but we are on the right track to win the title. We want to win, and that's our thoughts before every game as well. That's our mindset. That's how we need to approach it. I'm loving life at Arsenal. I'm really happy to be here. It's such a great club. Obviously, we are in a really good moment, and I hope I can win things with Arsenal. Trossard, I am very pleased with you. Now, so Babaka will talk about him playing and the relationship we get with Ricardo Calafiori down the left channel. So he got to talk say Calafiori they pop up everywhere in the pockets as a striker. In fact, he scored some great goals already. So I think that unpredictability of his can hurt teams as well. I have a good relationship with him at the moment, so I think so I know what he can do and where he can pop up and in what position. Sometimes I can play a ball behind to him and I know he will be there. That is the type of telepathic relationship we want. So we say you don't go look back, but you know say your player did there, get. And this comes from playing together like more and more often because we watch Trossard don't turn regular for the Arsenal first level because we don't relegate Martinelli to the back burner, get. And Trossard, you need to win the midst at that pace. You say God just give him small pace. No, we think this guy for take defenders I see, but you can't have it all as a player. So that one accepting. Now, Arteta when they talk about our defensive mentality. So it's a very good at the moment. Obviously, I think the collective organization is very, very strong, and the individual behaviors of players will defend with such energy, intelligence, and aggression in every ball is something that has been key to our success. Okay, so are they very, very happy with you? I thought I described the defensive mentality with the team get, and not just the back five, every member of our team, even those who come from the bench, they understand what we have to do to keep clean sheets and get things done in the right manner. Now, away from that, ahead of the Champions League match we did tonight, Real Madrid versus Liverpool. So Real Madrid players, some players and their coach, they're gonna go pay tributes to Diogo Jota, who sadly passed on. So I think Dean Hodgson, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Javi Alonso, and one other person, they were all there. In fact, Trent even write letter to Diogo Jota, even drop PS5 controller. Then maybe Diogo Jota and him, PS5 to drop the controller, some words. Well, it is what it is. Now, what will they open this year on the sad account? Now, based on say we they go Sparta Prague or Sparta Prague, if you like. So, and a Czech Republic today. So, I think that when they talk about Rosicky, it's okay. Maybe we fit still jam Rosicky for them. Say Rosicky and a player, we say two of them play together. You get at some point they were even saying maybe Rosicky will come become sporting director. That's how the reason and their Beretta Rosicky was in the running. You get even Jason Aitoff was also in the running, but Beretta won the race. So Arteta said, I'll try to see him. I always said it. Thomas is one of my favorite players that I played with. We had a great time together. If I have the chance tomorrow and he's available, we will see each other, give each other a hug, and talk about football. I think that's again one time when they say sick, I do something wrong. I don't feel remember again, but all things being equal, maybe they will see it. Now, away from that, at the same time, the ESPN UK currently let us know what Jose Mourinho think about Arsene Wenger's autobiography. Arsene Wenger no include Mourinho inside this autobiography. So Mourinho called it and say, why you go include me? He no beats me. Now all the times we play, no beats me. So your autobiography, like as a Wenger on, it's all about the positives. Yes, because he never defeated me. You wouldn't write an entire chapter about 14 matches you never won, not even one. So why would he mention me in his book? The book is supposed to make you proud of yourself. In fact, Wenger by himself can't talk, say, he deliberately leave out anything we get to do with Jose Mourinho because he want the book to be positive, which in my own opinion, I don't think that was the right way to have approached this issue. Which I'm saying, you know, okay, so if you add Mourinho name for your autobiography, it becomes a negative something. No, there's a way you will coin that 14 games so you play against Mourinho where you don't win one. You coin it into a positive. This is the way you can do it. In fact, it will make the thing look more realistic that yes, so not be every battle why I fight, I win. Even though I got the invisibility, I got this, but there was still one manager I found it difficult to beat. People when they read and go find them interesting, you get. So you meeting him, you come like maybe still get bad blood. Like obviously, when I don't like Mourinho, now waiting me I see because there is no way you will tell me you didn't answer Alex. So, for in my opinion, you should have added him. You get it will make the book more sweet. No, well, he won't just praising himself alone. So, well, that's his own prerogative and my own opinion. And the way me I take Siam, I felt you should have added him. I was somebody said, you see the way they talk, but I know they're happy because two of them they have this love and hate relationship during their time. Again, Mourinho really stretch Wenger to the limits. When they talk, so Wenger is a specialist in failure. Back then, they use that word banter also say Arsenal not win anything. Well, thank God for making Arteta at least we are on the cusp of getting something. Now, yesterday, I watched the match between Sunderland and Everton. I purposely go watch them because this season I've never really watched their game, and I want to see what's so special about this Sunderland. What they do for the top four because if you see them win this match, therefore enter second place. Second, you get. So they didn't win. So they actually drew Everton 1-1. When I watched the game, my brother and sisters, I no go lie for you, I saw nothing spectacular about the Sunderland team. In fact, the only person where they will be saying I be quality for that team, I be Xhaka. I saw nothing spectacular. They were doing a lot of long balls, long throw. Nothing like say tiki taka, all those kind. Nothing. So they were trying to they were trying to outdo Everton. But Everton no will know that Trossard and long ball. They can't do more than the Everton. So I was like, wait a minute. Are you the new Everton in disguise? But I don't really understand. But it's not all from what I see. Although I know those two games are equal, but from what I see, Baba, they don't get any nothing where go make me and you constantly fear this Sunderland team you get. So, but we'll see on the weekend. We'll see how our game will go. At the end of the day, Xhaka and I scored the goal where they equalized. I think 1-1 because Everton was net. In the second half, Sunderland they push. I said that then will score. They push. You get. But at the end of the day, Everton self missed a glorious opportunity at the end. The game really vexed me. But last, the happen the way happen. When game come end, they call it interview Xhaka. I call it talk say, say the match when go play against Arsenal for the weekend. Say that match go dey like somewhat emotional because na former club instead for Arsenal 7 years, so it will be a reunion kind of get. But based on the quality we Arsenal get and the quality we them get, we're supposed to roast them and dig them like 2 pots of soup. You get that match. In fact, the only worry that say if your case no day, our style of play now go dey somehow we don't have a bully up front there to help us attract defenders and allow people like Trossard and Bukayo Saka to be free on the wings because now Merino go dey there. Merino is not it's not a true 9, it's a false 9. So I don't know why it go be, but we'll just watch. All in all, maybe that set piece we even settle the matter. We set piece boss everywhere go steal. So we'll just see how things go unfold. Now for the match we won't play today against Slavia Prague, I don't watch the match. The statistics and the things when they involve the match. Sparta Prague get more than 10 injuries. More than 10. You get Arsenal get like 7. So these two, they'll be injury team. And apart from that, this Slavian Prague, they then be Babalaye for Czech Republic. In fact, this season they are unbeaten. They are the Arsenal of Czech Republic. They know they concede anyhow. In fact, they don't keep 5 clean sheets in a row now. So for you to say people will go meet, nobody say they be shit packer for our level. You get nobody say I'm saying it lightly. You get nobody say I don't underestimate them, but in terms of the hierarchy of leagues, in terms of team quality for their level, they be number one. But for Baba, they no get level. You get, but that one no mean say they no go still display. They will come outside and express themselves in their own hometown. Now, when you go look at the flash score on preview, it says Slavia Prague are arguably Arsenal's Czech equivalents, as they've kept 5 successive clean sheets across all competitions and have lost just once all season in 18 games. Yet the Czech champions are yet to win in the Champions League this season. I mean, I tell you, say for the area be that banner, but when you come outside for Champions League, they beat other people for other places. Yes, we pass you. They never win any match this season for UEFA Champions League, and nobody last time they will take open that scoring. Now they have failed to even score twice, helping contribute to 14-match winless run in the main draw of the competition, dating back to September 2007. They never win anything in 14 games. They drew 6 and they lost 8. It's the joint longest such run of any Czech side, and while a huge challenge awaits, home comfort should help Slavia, given that they've not been beaten on their own turf since April. Nobody don't beat them. They don't win 9 and draw 3. For you to know, say themselves good. My own be say, when they shall come aside, maybe say, as one player, I'll play them behind the ball. When I shall come aside, come follow us display. So now my own prayer for them be that. Now, let's bring you a message from one of our sponsors. So the Super Eagles Supporters Club of Nigeria. So they are calling you to come and join them. You get, so come and join them and support the Super Eagles. Follow them in their traveling journeys, get locally, internationally. So if you're interested, contact Mr. Prince Ademola Alawode on 08034215314. The number is at the bottom of the screen. So if you're interested, do give him a call so that I tell you the requirements for the registration if you want to be a member. And their Facebook page is Super Eagles Supporters Club of Nigeria, and they have a page on Instagram also, Super Eagles Supporters Club of Nigeria. So if you're interested, please give them a call. Now, away from that, so another message from another of our sponsor, Mr. Uche, who is selling this 2007 Toyota RAV4 American spec. It's a Tokumbo car, 6-cylinder engine, 5-seat capacity. Then the mileage is 110,225 kilometers. The location is Lagos. Very, very affordable. 10 million naira. So if you're interested, contact Mr. Uche on WhatsApp. The number is +234 7038869667. So the number is at the bottom of the screen. So if you're interested, there are other pictures of the vehicle. There's a picture of the engine. So if you're interested, get in touch with him on WhatsApp on the number I just put below the screen. Now, the press conference we Arteta yesterday, I don't really get the transcripts that yesterday because they don't put that on the Arsenal website on time. So it is out now. So we will just quickly unpack and Arteta said some important things. Now, what are they concerned with Victor Gyökeres injury? He said, I am concerned because he hasn't had many muscular issues and he had to leave the pitch and was feeling something, and that's obviously never a good sign, especially for a player that is very, very explosive. Now, on our defensive mentality, very good at the moment. Obviously, I think the collective organization is very, very strong, and the individual behaviors of players who defend with such energy, intelligence, aggression on the ball, something that's been key to our success. Now, on Gabriel Heinz's impact, it's the whole team. Every member of the staff, every player brings something to the table, and that's something extremely collective. When you talk about the numbers and everybody that's to bring this place, Gabi has done it. All the coaches do the same, and especially the players who at the end have to execute what we want. Now, on if we've made a request to the Premier League about moving our game with Everton, don't say Premier League, they got to move that game because there's no way we'll play 2 games in 3 days. So I will leave it to the club. I think we are very clear when what's the best thing. The most logical dates to play, I'm sure we will have to adapt to that. Now, away from that, on Gyökeres' fitness, obviously not talking Gyökeres no day available. I don't want to waste time with that one. On trying to strike a balance for rotating the squad in another big game. He said, yes, that's the situation that we've been dealing with for a few weeks. And trying to have the right freshness, the right cohesion within the team. The team has been competing really well in all different competitions, and tomorrow we know we have a really tough match here. They are unbeaten here at home all season. It's a team that are very used to playing together. They have a very clear philosophy. They create a massive atmosphere as well. So we know it's going to be a really tough match. On the scheduling of our Carabao Cup quarterfinal with Crystal Palace, they say hopefully they move our Premier League match, because to play 2 days later, it doesn't make any sense. Obviously, we will decide the date. So I did with Arteta on that one. Now, on how impressive our clean sheet record has been in the competition so far this season, Arteta said, of course, it's a huge problem. It's a huge platform, rather, to win games, and the difficulty of that in this competition and when you are playing away. Even more so, tomorrow we know we are going to face a really good challenge here. This one, self, we'll try to see how we'll keep our clean sheets. Get the next question. They see they ask about that. They ask on that Crystal Palace question. Plenty. Because they skip all those one. Now on Declan Rice being 1 yellow card away from suspension, whether it will influence our team selection. So it comes as well with the situation with Zubimendi. We know that Zubi was on 2 yellow as well, so that's the competition. At some point, you might miss players in crucial games. Obviously, we are going to try to avoid that as much as possible, but it's part of the competition. By avoiding that, I hope say we no go play Declan Rice for this game tomorrow. Forget all the record this Sparta Prague gets. Forget those record. You get supposed to go there, go nothing. Forget that record. So make Arteta do the needful. Because I don't want you to say, oh, if to say we know, we for no play Rice. Now we don't collect yellow card. See, now you go play against Bayern. You remember how Pate collect yellow card? You see how Rice, the para and say, shey, you don't know, say you dey on 2 yellow, you can't collect anyone. When they push, you don't let me Rice point out. So Rice now don't do that situation. So don't put him in a situation where he will have to do a party. So we don't want to see that. So Arteta, sure, I be very, very careful. Now on Christian Nogard's role, Arteta said exceptional. I know very clearly the role that he was going to have, exactly what he's doing. I think he was in a really good moment before he got injured, and it took him a while again, as is normal, to get up to speed, and now he's having some minutes to play. So I expect Nogard to play today. That one I'm sure. Yes. So I expect them to play. So I don't want to all this one Crystal Palace and give his own. Now Thomas Rosicky, I think we've already talked about that, so we need to come and waste much time on that. So let's bring you news about another of our sponsors. So Mobiles Associates and Co Limited, they're into construction services, dredging, canalization, real estate, and shop protection works. They're also into mechanical and fabrication services and procurement services nationwide. So if you want to reach out to them, you call them on +234 80 34, and they're located at number 7 Ekeniwo Road or Razi, opposite St. Stephen's Anglican Church, Port Harcourt. So if you're interested in any of their services, please do reach out to them. So the biggest news of the day, I will in fact say Trossard, they say we're on the right track to win trophies, to win the Premier League, yes, with the way since they go. So with that being said, I think it's a fine place for us to call the show and end. So like come your way later in the evening to give the evening news. So then thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your day. That came out. All right, guys. Ciao.